Okay.
Move.
Oh, Facebook, you just missed good freestyle rapping. I know, sorry, but we're live now with Kim and Penn, Holderness, the Holderness family. And
where am I looking?
Well, let us. But this is I'm just saying hi to Facebook because that's what the Facebook.
Okay. And now I'm going to be I'm going to share on Facebook.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay.
I have a solution.
Yep.
Got a solution. Got a solution. Everybody turn your volumes down.
Everybody turn your volume off.
But okay, I'm really,
Help Dino.
No, he doesn't know
whatever
how to
your
do
name is,
anything.
Jake. No, I meant Jake, not Penn. I know Penn doesn't know how to do it.
yeah, just go back and write a song.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
No, he's
I know.
I know. Lock him in.
All
Just a
that
lady
brain
that
power.
see walking two dogs by the cousin. Oh, there's my volume.
Is my volume off, Penn? Did you fix it?
What do you mean? I hear everybody great.
Yeah.
No, I know, but on the phone. Did you fix it?
Oh, yeah, that's down. I just shared.
Okay. I'm about to share. Hold on, guys.
Oh, this is where Facebook
This is right in the middle of your face. Always for me. I don't know what to do about
Same.
that. Right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously for us.
Hot mic.
Yeah, actually.
Hot mic. Can you imagine if we were like part of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and like someone was about to launch a missile and it's like, hang on, I gotta get the volume down, we gotta get Mevo up, we gotta make sure everyone's
Oh, God.
Big name better.
That beer might be a little frothy.
Yeah, Jake.
So Jake.
Oh, we clearly just got the
start.
Holderness bump. Our viewers, a little better than the 17 we averaged the other night, Paige.
We're using you guys.
You know, people ask me, how do you know Jake Failing? And it really goes back to the first time I met him. And I wasn't sure if he was an NPR host because he was doing the front office exchange. And he talked like this the entire
Okay,
time.
guys, we need to.
No, we
have,
don't.
Kim,
No,
see,
and
Kim's
we're
gonna keep us
live.
on track here.
We're live.
All right,
Kim's not going to let
Kim's
me
gonna
do
keep us on
anything.
track.
All right, so have you pressed record yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it
Over there?
recording?
Yes.
Yep, we're recording.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, so we start with what are we drinking? Ladies, first.
I'm having a
Irish Carbo.
It's a Chardonnay out of a box into a plastic cup. So it's,
In an Irish car bomb.
which I think
Glass.
is not politically correct to say.
Oh.
I think you're supposed to say.
Okay,
like,
cut,
car
edit.
bomb.
Hard edit.
Count
Alright.
of times that Kim tells me.
No,
I'm being
I just think that so I think it's
Edit
offensive
point.
You're
to
at
say
17
it, so
for
say car
since
bomb.
2
Yeah,
p.m.
it's just unbelievable.
This is an edit point. Edit point.
Edit point.
Edit
3,
point.
2.
And look, we dragged our Raleigh friends down to Charlotte, so naturally, we're drinking Noda, Par 4 from
Par
Noda
4.
Brewery. Delicious. All right, let's
Ballast
jump in.
Point.
So real quick, Facebook.
Wait, you don't care about my beer?
No.
Oh.
Yep,
No.
go ahead. Actually, that's
It's Ballast
delicious.
Point's grapefruit sculpin. I have no idea where it's from. Is that
San
North
Diego.
Carolina? San Diego. So who
Let's
cares?
go to San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah. Right now, let's decide. Real quick, Facebook gets to see a little bit of the behind the scenes. Do you want to call this episode 5 or just a special edition?
I think this is a special edition. You guys are a special edition.
Okay.
Mainly because our last episode we called episode 4.
Yep.
Can I just jump in
Also
really
because
quick?
you're
Sure.
special.
Can we call it a special edition?
Oh, sure. Sure.
Is everybody okay
All right,
with that?
so here's
Okay.
the deal. We're all friends, so don't make fun of my podcast voice. It's about to...
A.
Welcome everybody to Front Office Exchange. I'm Jake Failing, and people
So-
ask me what happens on date night. So anyway, when I got this audio booth, I started talking like the guy.
Kim, step in. Step
Okay.
in.
All right.
Wrap it up.
Welcome to a special edition of Date Night with Jacob Page. Usually we focus on Charlotte couples.
But we'll branch out.
We wished you lived in Charlotte. Does that work?
We wish we
I-
lived closer to you.
I wish so. We know Jake and Paige from their days in Raleigh.
Can I say your name? Penn and Kim Holderness.
Oh,
of the
sorry,
Holderness,
sorry,
Penn
sorry.
and Kim Holderness from the Holderness family. They're down from Raleigh. We figured, what the heck? Let's do a podcast.
Let's put him to work.
Yeah.
So how? Okay.
So go back. How did you meet us?
Yeah. Let's talk. We usually tell the story of how the couple met. We also need to tell the story of how we met. I
Yeah.
feel like
Right.
in this one, right?
Yeah. So.
Wait,
Paige,
which one
no,
am I-
Paige, come on.
Paige.
From your
So,
perspective.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I met
okay.
you first.
Yeah, no, both of you. I had your tape. So I was an assistant in New York. You remember? This is taking it way back,
way
right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Olivia Metzger.
Right.
days.
I
Yeah.
was an assistant in New York, and we were the office that I worked for was putting together a daytime show based in Florida, where Kim is from. You were a reporter at Inside Edition at the time.
Yes.
You were theoretically at ESPN / just like Raising Lola because you had to work like 2 hours a week, right?
I was
That is correct.
obscenely pregnant with Lola.
Oh, okay.
And I was crossing my fingers he would get that job because my mom was living in Orlando, and I'm like, please, can we get have a baby in Florida near my
With family.
Like, please get the job.
He didn't.
He did not.
I mean, it's not that I didn't get the job. It's that I was so far from getting the job.
Oh. Okay.
There were several rounds of callbacks to which I wasn't invited.
Do you remember the guy Bob? I forget his last name.
Bob was the quirky guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I was not quirky enough to be Bob.
Interesting.
And he's pretty quirky.
I was gonna say,
I mean, how
wow,
quirky?
the quirky meter. Were they like just looking for just clown?
I don't know
like,
what they
outside
were,
of clown
but
clothes.
he didn't get the job. But it was perfect because soon after that, he got the sports director job at NBC in Raleigh. A month after that, I got a job at the NBC station in Raleigh, and literally, Penn and I go on the first day. I was like, "Hey, like tap 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 on the shoulder. I'm Paige. I knew you from Olivia's Math." You know, we kind of like cross, and he goes, "We got to go out because you're gonna like my wife." And I said, "What's her deal? Tell me about it." He goes, "Well,
What's her deal?
She was
What's her deal?
She was a dancer at Florida." And he pulled up a picture, and Kim is like, literally, they had Lola 3 months ago. She's wearing a bikini, and I go,
Stop.
"I don't like her that much already, but I'll try."
And then you showed up for our first date, our first couple date.
Yes.
First couple date, which
Have we topped that yet?
No,
I don't
I
think
mean,
we
look,
topped
here's
it
the
been
yet.
all downhill
I
since
mean,
then.
all first couple dates. Look, they're all.
It's tense because you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna like the guy? I like the girl, but
We've
I
had a
like the
few
guy.
in here. A few have rolled out for the first time in here, and look, they've all gone great.
Totally.
Okay, but they haven't ended with karaoke in the middle of a busy intersection in Raleigh.
And that's
what happened.
Is just
Yeah.
And the rest is
everybody.
history.
Yeah.
And what were we singing?
It doesn't matter. Like we were singing
Turn around,
something,
Bright Eyes.
and we were doing Bonnie Tyler, and then I was just testing to see how far the microphone
Yeah.
would go, and I just ran outside and I was like, I'm literally in the middle of Glenwood Avenue, and I didn't know if anybody could hear
There's
me.
people
And
back
you guys
and they're
could
like-
still hear me.
Seriously, where is he? Is he? He's outside.
He's outside in the
This
street.
guy is outside.
They were not
Happy.
thrilled.
No.
They could not have been.
In fact, I think there was a sign the next time that said, "Please enjoy the karaoke inside the building."
Yeah, and I think we
Like,
only
never
ordered
come back.
edamame. They were planning on like several
Yeah.
sushi boats and everything. So edamame and Glenwood Avenue karaoke. Thank you.
So we all fell in love on our
what,
first
it's bad
double
now?
date.
Yeah, we felt. No, but we fell in love.
We fell in double date couple love. We did.
It's
However,
hard to do couple love.
Big time, but that
Well,
wasn't
I
quick.
mean, I mean,
I'm pretty good at couple love, but
okay.
right now it's happening.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
But how did you? For people, I'm sure your audience is very familiar with your whole story. However, they may not know how you guys met just as a twosome, right?
Let me I usually start with this, then you interrupt me.
Your voice just went down like 7
Which is
octaves.
opposite of the usual.
This microphone is amazing.
It is.
Sorry.
This is where I usually.
All right, so so I was a reporter photographer in Orlando, Florida, and I got to go to Florida football games, and so I was on the sideline like with a camera on my shoulder, filming Florida, Tennessee. And there was it was a great game. I was like super focused on it. But there, like during a timeout, this girl walks by me, and she is with like a tall photographer. And she walked in front of me, and I my jaw fell out of my entire face. Like it was dislocated onto my belly button. As she walked by, I was like, "This is the prettiest girl I've ever seen."
Her name was Sarah.
Her name was
Wait, I've
Jane
never heard this story. This is not how I thought you met.
No.
Jane Fordleston?
No, it wasn't Jane Fordleston.
Oh, okay.
It was Kim. And so she did not look at me. She did not look happy. She looked straight ahead because I think she probably
That was the guy I was dating at the time, and I didn't.
Can I say his
No,
name?
I also would guess that if you walk around a football sideline,
Absolutely not.
because you're already a 10, but 10s become 15s in sporting events and football sidelines when you have to work for the media.
That's true.
And we're going to go to break where Paige and I leave the room.
Yeah, God,
Good
Pen.
grief, you guys.
It's our
get it.
anniversary.
Oh,
true.
good call. Good call.
It's
No,
true.
fair.
12 years today.
fair.
So anyway, she walks by, and I went to bed that night thinking, okay, I need to evaluate my relationship with the girl I'm dating because I'm still
Whoa.
thinking about this other girl.
I didn't know.
Dang.
But I did.
It's all coming out.
Then we
Wow.
did.
I did
Like
not
Oprah,
stay
we
with
just
her.
I didn't reevaluate.
You
at
know
all.
what? That's what you get. A date night with Jake
So-
and Paige.
We go deep.
So we dated, nothing happened. And then 6 months later, I'm looking at, because I'm in Orlando, I'm looking at the Channel 6 news, feed, and there she is.
there
I was
she
like,
is.
that's the girl!
Come on.
And but I didn't yell, that's the girl.
Because your
said
girlfriend
that's
at the
right,
time
Jane.
was
She was
next
working
to you.
right next to me.
That's Jane Fordleston.
Yeah, that's Jane Fordleston. And so I saw her, and I just kind of went, and no, it was.
And your girlfriend was like, you know what, we're good.
Yeah. Did you just puke in your mouth a little bit?
No, okay,
It's
yeah,
swallowed.
Did you just? Okay.
Yeah, and then I ran into her at at a bar.
At a bar.
What's
Where all good relationships start.
Right.
And,
Sure.
And I talked to her for a little bit, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and then we got in the car and drove away, and she was like, "You turn bright red when you talk to this girl," and I was like, "No, I didn't, honey. No, I did not." And so then I ran into her again.
Okay.
And
wait, did you like him when you first met him? Were you like
should be able to
it all?
talk a
Do you
little
even
bit.
remember?
So I remember seeing him. There was like an event opening, and I saw him, and he was like in his little like sports anchor suit, and I was like, "He's handsome."
You're
What
talking
is
about
that?
me like I'm a 3-year-old.
What's
His
this-
little sailor sports anchor suit?
What is a sports acre suit?
No, just like a suit.
I am Penn Holderness.
No, I'm like, he was really handsome.
Oh.
But I was, so when we met,
You
I
had
was
been dating 3 consecutive men named Steve.
Yeah, so I was in the middle of
right.
Steve.
I do
number
remember the Steves.
3. So honestly, I thought his name was Ben.
This is the story I remember.
So he goes, "Hi,
Yeah.
my name is Ben," like the tennis ball, and I didn't play tennis, so I didn't get that. But I was like, "Oh, that's the handsome guy I saw." He has an adorable, lovely girlfriend. She was very sweet.
I mean,
No, she was. We're still
okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
got it.
sure. No,
Still fun?
she sounds great. What?
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And we're
I
going to our
didn't say
second
that. I was
break.
gonna say we're still on good.
We're 5 minutes in. We're going to our second break.
She's still a really good kisser.
Edit point.
No, you could be friends with her. It's totally fine.
She said that was okay too last night when I talked to her. I'm joking. I haven't talked to her. Yeah. No, it's been a while.
But I don't care.
No, it's been a while.
And then,
At least a week.
I need like a radio board with sound effects, like.
Just make him yourself. It's better.
Oh.
On it.
okay.
Oh, God.
Yes.
And then, like months later, we ran into each other at a bar
Uh-huh.
that played lovely '90s hip hop, and then this man across from me took the stage and did the worm.
Oh, that's right. I do remember
And
this.
stop.
And you heard air horns.
I heard
That actually
air
probably
horns.
happened when that happened.
I heard air horns in my head and wedding bells. I was like, that man is mine. I'm sorry.
I was not aware of
By the
any
way,
of this.
He was not dating the girl at the time.
That is correct.
And then you guys met, and like the rest is history.
We were friends for a while. Like we talked on the phone a lot.
Wasn't there some basketball game where some against the tall ex-boyfriend at some point? And like,
Oh
minute,
no,
wait
that
a
was
minute.
we had been dating.
You
for
were
like
already
6
dating,
months at
okay,
that point.
okay.
And he and I never got in a fight. We got along great.
Oh.
But he wanted to fight everyone that we played against.
That's why that relationship
Right.
really worked out.
Right.
But he was a great teammate.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He liked to fight people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was a great teammate.
Super.
We actually got along well. Kim thought it was weird that I loaned him a pair of my shoes.
He had a date.
Because he had
There
a
could
date.
be worse things.
Who do you not get along with? Give me a list of
He
two.
actually does. Yeah, he gets along with everybody.
Everyone.
You can't. Your best way to describe him, which I think is perfect, is that Penn is a human golden retriever, right?
Yeah.
He'll lick everybody and
Yeah.
smell the crotch.
I thought,
Wow. You told us
Edit
to keep
point.
this
Let's go to our
PG for Disney, Kim. And yep.
DJ Kim Holderness.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
Orlando. Are you checking Facebook comments? See if
Yes.
anyone has
Ask
My
for-
lovely
ask for
IKEA
questions.
Chairs. Emily and Mika.
Emily, good eye. These are IKEA.
Yes.
Linda Gross just said, "Great story. Always wondered how you met."
Well,
Really?
Linda, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Did
Feel-
you just make that up because you're not looking anywhere?
Burn!
No, oh yes, he has. He has it right there.
There's the fun.
He has it right there. I can't scroll.
That's
It's
3
weird.
DJ air horns in
Oh,
the
there.
first 7
You're
minutes.
gonna have to
Mike
take this away.
Mike
Yeah.
Pompeo says snore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mike, thanks for listening.
Yeah, you're the best,
I
Mike.
feel like this is only interesting to like my mom.
No, everyone else.
Actually,
Everyone
No,
else
this
is
is good.
taking it.
All right, so look. All right,
I'm
so you need to
actually
Florida.
kinda bored by it, too.
No,
No,
at
ew,
what
don't
point?
listen to Mike
stop.
Pompeo. I just
At
read that
what
'cause it's
point?
fun.
At what point? Turn your volume down. Whoever's got it on. Did you guys say I want to move to New York? What drove it? Was it
Oh, wow.
the
We're-
job? Well, you're in Florida at this point.
Yeah, yeah, after
Right.
the dating.
All right. So after Florida, you're in New York. What brought you there, and how quickly did you say, "Let's have a kid"? But gosh, this is crazy to
Oh,
raise
no,
a
you
kid
don't
in
know the
Manhattan.
story. Tell them. He must not remember.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
that was
I
a lot of.
am doing this for a podcast for people who've never heard this.
You asked a lot of
Oh, I
questions.
forgot we were on a podcast.
Jake, when you do a podcast, you should really ask one question at a time.
That's your podcast.
I am opening it up for discussion.
So I got a
I
job.
host a serious podcast. Go.
This is so annoying for people who aren't.
I
Yeah,
got
go.
a job at Inside Edition.
Yeah.
And we were engaged.
And I was already working in New York. No, you were not engaged with the job. Hang on, let's back that up.
You were engaged to What'd he say?
Yeah, what did you mean you were not engaged?
I had a show on Home and Garden TV that I was doing.
He's
Okay, please do the line.
AKA
Please do the line.
HGTV.
Yeah.
Please do the line.
But will they finish in time?
Please
Yeah, I
Google
said that.
Penn Holderness HGTV.
Yeah.
All of the vertical stripes.
Right.
There was
So many.
It was so aggressive.
So many.
What?
Right?
Look at his shirt right now.
I know he can't.
Oh,
make
boy.
this
But
Yeah.
will he finish that button?
No.
No, I won't. So, and I was also working for a college sports TV in New York.
Yeah.
And so I was back and forth. And then Kim got a job at Inside Edition.
Baller.
And I think about 2 months before, I had already started inquiring on a wedding ring, like an engagement ring. And so she got the job and went up for the interview. And the week before, I'd already planned on going down and getting a ring. So she went up there, and she I think her line was like, "I'm going up there with or without you. This is like a great opportunity." Or like that was
Really?
her internal,
Yeah.
because it was like a
Well,
great job.
I love
No,
you.
I hear it, but, like, yeah.
this
It was like
is
get off
his
the.
job.
Luckily, I had been planning on
Already.
You've
proposing
been
to her
dating
for a
for
long
9
time.
months,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the move to New York
was
was
time.
in direct.
It was time.
It was in direct correlation with a proposal and in Central Park as she was there for the interview.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Right.
I don't think I do either, actually.
So wait, tell it.
Yeah, go. Keep going.
I mean, I don't want to have anyone snoring. here.
Go on. Oh,
I
stop.
feel like it's
Mike
not
Campeo
boring.
can please.
The only
If it's a boring proposal in Central Park, I'm sure you could pass
The
on
only-
it, but that does not sound boring.
The
Yeah.
funniest part was that I went there and I had not been to Central Park before, and I was like, I'll just take her to that rock in Central Park. I thought there was one rock.
No,
There's
there's
90,000
several.
And so we got out there and there were like thousands of rocks, and so I started sweating. And Kim's like, "Your palms are really sweaty. Do you mind if I just don't hold your hand for a while?"
That's pretty sure
That's
that's
so
how an
Kim.
Eminem song opens.
Yeah. What? Palms are sweaty,
sweaty.
knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Yeah, exactly. So, and so anyway, we got engaged and it was beautiful.
Okay.
He chose to rock.
Were you surprised
Yes.
at the moment? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It was
Did you
very
cry?
sweet. I did.
Did you cry?
I think I did. Yeah, I was
He
really
said.
happy.
He said, "Boy, murmur,
What was that?
I didn't say.
Exactly.
do
You
that
said
again.
we're murmur.
murmur." He had me stand up, and then he had this whole speech, and he was like, "I think this is happening."
Oh my
And I
gosh.
stood up, and I got down on one knee, and he goes, "Murmur."
Have we
You
talked
go.
about Have we
I'm
talked
sorry.
about how
So
I
he got-
blew?
So he got down on one knee.
Yes.
Must be a lovely memory for you.
Yeah. So here we go. So I blew the proposal.
What happened?
No.
So
you did
I
not
had
blow
a
the
great
proposal.
I had a great proposal package.
Amazing.
Kind of like how we've taken you to 6
Amazing
events today. I had
That was
several,
a pack. Today is a package.
I had
I'm 100% sure of that.
I had 6 to 7 things planned, and they all went off. And the most important piece of that little puzzle, that little package, I could have done better.
No, stop.
So when we
It
renew
wasn't
our
me.
vows, I'll nail
be quick.
it.
I'll be quick. But he did. We knew, we basically had a conversation. We want to get married. Yeah, we totally want to.
We
get married.
registered
Let's
at
do this.
Target before
We registered
I-
before we
yeah.
had a ring. I had 2 dresses before I had a ring. We were like, oh, let's do this. But I knew he was gonna, eventually propose. So he left me this note, come meet me by the waterfront. I was like, is it? Oh, and it was in a fake Tiffany's box because we had joked about not that we had the money for that anyway. But I was like, do not get me a ring from
Very
Tino.
thoughtful, Jake.
And so I would go down and meet him by the waterfront, and he starts into his little speech, whatever. And it's so cute.
Aww.
It's literally negative 10 degrees, and we're dying. And then he's and he went awesome speech, and then he basically popped the question. And what he said, he goes, and I'm not even gonna get down on one knee because I want to look you right in the eye when I say this.
Aw,
And that should have been my reaction, but I was literally in my head, I'm thinking
Get down.
get down.
She was sitting with the heavy hand.
It's fine.
Wait, I don't know if
can
anyone's
still see
seeing
your
the
eyes.
visuals in
'Cause
this.
They are.
Great.
Chin up. Chin up.
This is kind of a thing for girls. There's a one.
And I'm like, huh? What? I want to look you in the
We're
eye?
gonna look in the eye.
Anywho.
Yeah. So I blew it. So when we renew vows,
Oh, that's
But he'll,
sweet.
when you re-ask me in 10 years, you'll get down on one.
yeah, I'll get down on one knee with a
Exactly.
bigger ring.
No,
No.
please,
I'm kidding.
stop.
No.
No, she's
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
And that's what we came here for. So that's a wrap. All right. So you're in New York. You're married.
Engaged, actually. We lived engaged together for
Sinners.
8. Well, no, you moved to New
No,
York.
New York
You're not going to
Commanders.
get 2 places
Don't
together.
try to make it better
Yep.
yourself.
I got to tell you,
No,
that was the best thing for our marriage.
Oh, totally.
Because the engagement was hard.
Oh.
We
Yes.
moved into an
Tested it.
800 square foot apartment,
Yeah.
and it
6
got
months.
it was like boot camp for us,
And-
living in that
and
tiny
so
place.
So 6
Good,
months
yeah.
of sharing teeny tiny space.
Oh.
And living I'd never lived with anybody before. And we were engaged But I was like, dude, I remember at one point, I'm like, are we going to be able to?
Yeah.
But that's what they said. The first year of marriage is so hard.
But our first year was fine.
Our first year was actually fine.
Because you had already lived through. Sorry, I was trying to refill everybody's drinks. Yeah, can you get Kim?
Sure.
Pen, can you do your pen trick on this, please?
Yeah.
I've never had to Uber home from a podcast.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
And then
These glasses.
we were married, and it was wonderful. And then
It has really been good. It's been 12 great years.
12 years, honey.
Yes.
No, I also want to hit like challenges when you were in New York. So like to walk us through like, are we going to have a kid up here? Are we going to raise a kid up here?
Will you
what
tell
does
the
that
Lola
look like?
story, please?
But no, I also want to hear the job thing too, because you kind of had like a oh crap job moment. Like you were hired and then like a major thing happened, right? The station?
Jobs did not love us.
Oh.
Like,
Well, you stayed consistent, right? You were an Inside Edition the whole time?
I mean, there's always, I think in TV, I think there's always the uncertainty. And I tried to actually, because I traveled a ton with Inside Edition, I tried to get another job. I auditioned everywhere and never got a call back.
Really? Yeah. For like what things?
Like this,
I don't know, Paige. You were on the recruiting side.
Other than our show.
Entertainment Tonight and Style and NBC4.
Because you wanted to have less travel.
Less travel.
Yeah.
And nobody.
Which is brutal, right? Because explain to, because you know people who don't work in television aren't familiar with the fact that like literally something will happen at midnight and you'll get a call right from, and they'll go, you have a 6 a.m. flight, you have to fly out to Florida, wherever, Alaska.
It was fine when it was the two of us. It was not ideal, but it was fine. But then you had a baby, like an infant, that like childcare was kind of like up in the air.
Right.
It was a nightmare. It was like me and my breast pump were like going and like hiding in bushes.
Yeah, that was a quick. Yeah.
And did your breast pump start talking to you?
Yeah, mine said Kobe Rasmus. Kobe Rasmus.
I can't say what mine said. It was like really.
That's the
letdown. And it would pick up and go.
That's the letdown.
By the way, did you say Colby Rasmus?
Don't you remember he was like the big player of the year?
Obscure Cardinals, Astros, Blue Jays, probably now minor league baseball player. Wow.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Mine called me a dirty name.
Oh. Well, wait. Will you tell the Lola story? 'Cause I don't think Jake doesn't apparently remember this too.
So Lola is your first.
Lola is my little girl. She's 10.
Which story?
Just how Lola came to be. Like she wasn't exactly.
Well, when a man loves a woman, Paige.
Pen. I mean, you don't have to tell this.
We're gonna go to our fourth break.
Well, actually, it's funny. So, like, I will say, like, we talked about kids. I think after about a year of being married in New York, and when you're in an 800 square foot apartment, like we said, it was a good first year.
It's hard to not get somebody pregnant.
But we got to, we traveled, we had fun, we were dinks.
Yes.
Dual income, no kids.
By the way, dinks in New York is like
not good.
Paycheck to paycheck and
Still,
not
right.
really.
Not great.
Yeah.
Check your balance before you go grocery shopping.
I think the conversation was like,
like please.
Right.
All right, go ahead, Penn.
Who's calling you?
My brother. It's fine.
Dale.
Dale.
You're on video. That's amazing. If Dale is watching this, like, busted, champ.
You're supposed to answer the phone.
You sound exactly like.
What's up, Dale?
Oh, brother.
He's with Jake now. The primary.
Oh, heart Dale.
I love
we
that.
do heart Dale. Dale and
To
Lori.
Dale.
Hey, to Dale. Everybody.
We're not answering the phone.
Yeah,
but
I'm afraid to get the liquid so close.
I know.
All right, so like I remember saying something. I think every guy says this if they're the ones who want to have the kid first. Like I feel like there's room for somebody else. There's more love to go around in this family.
That's your front office exchange podcast voice.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Something of
you were ready first.
Of that variation.
And I was like, I'm fine with that, but I was taking the birth control pill.
Right.
Oh.
But also, I have been on antibiotics, and the doctor tells you this, and ladies, listen up, that if they makes them ineffective, and it actually does make them ineffective. And I think when we had that talk, we were already
ineffective.
Oh,
we were
effective.
I was
highly effective.
Infected.
Love you, Lola.
So I thought I had like a really terrible sinus infection, and I was so sick, and I went to the doctor.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, and I'm like, just give me antibiotics.
Your nose is fine.
Do you remember?
But your uterus is full.
Your uterus is
banging.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had a baby. We thought,
but you thought Lola was a boy.
Oh yeah. So that's an interesting thing.
I know all your stories better than you guys. So I'll just tee you up.
Well, it's like I feel like the best thing I've done in my life was reacting the way that I did, and it wasn't fake. But like we found out that it was a boy.
Yeah.
And I didn't go like, yes, I'm gonna have a boy. I was like, yeah, it's great. I kind of I don't know why, but I kind of like want at least one girl.
Oh.
Right? You remember when we had that conversation?
Yeah.
Like and it's because I want someone to take care of me.
We just went for 300.
When I'm old, because I'm doing a
3,000
crappy
viewers.
job taking care of my parents. And so like Lola, I was like, there's going to be at least one person who's going to take good care of me.
So
Like
when we thought we
That's
were
a
having a boy,
good way to put it.
He
Yeah.
goes,
That is.
I'm excited for a boy, but I really want to have a girl. And I thought we would have a girl first, and then a month later we did the ultrasound. I'm like, okay, so she's looking good. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Like
I just had
month.
goosebumps.
I
I
never
already
did.
know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're in New York, so you don't. Buy
And you
anything.
really wanted a girl all along, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
If I can say, but now that and then.
If I can say.
Well, the first one I knew you, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what if I was like that guy who was like, we're going to go to NASCAR, and
I
we're going to go
know.
to basketball games, and I just need one boy. And then
Yeah.
then it's a girl, then you look kind of like a schmo.
Well, and
So-
it's cool because you and Lola have a really sweet, really special
Yes.
relationship too.
Do you know why? Because I was being paid by ESPN not to be on their TV station for a full year.
Right.
So that's what I was getting at
They
earlier.
liked me
That's
so
unbelievable.
little. They
Yeah.
paid me my full salary not to go on their television station.
That is
So you
not,
were done
that is
daycare.
not- So he got a contract with ABC Sports, and I remember he came in and he told me, and I jumped up and down.
Massive. Like,
Huge.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was
Yeah.
awesome, and he was doing he was like his dream job, like a video essayist. He would just do feature stories for ABC
Like
Sports.
kooky stuff. They wanted kooky stuff.
And,
Yeah.
and then 6 months later, they
You're
were
kooky.
bought by ESPN, who wanted like sideline reporters, and he's not a sideline reporter.
They wanted me to
I actually feel like you could be you're not a newsy. sideline
like
report.
so
You
I,
could be.
I tried it, and like I would be like, hey, so that was amazing. Can, like let's talk about it. And I was like having a conversation. They're like, you need to say, tell me exactly what happened in the formation, like, and then like that sort of
Right.
thing.
And also, Popovich, please don't kill me.
Yeah,
Spurs,
like
yeah.
honestly, I'll give credit. Like, there's a lot. Like, we know some sideline reporters. Obviously, we've
hard job, man. Especially,
And
again,
there's a
Popovich.
certain type of person. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a certain type of person who does it, and that just wasn't me.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more.
Yeah.
And they offered me an anchor job in Bristol for the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. shift on ESPN News.
Oh God.
And that conversation lasted shorter than.
What was the time period? Like, you get the offer, and then, like,
She was pregnant.
Weeks later,
She
they
was
shut it
pregnant.
down?
We found out she was pregnant in the middle of this conversation.
So he comes, he
Like-
walks
like
back
it
in
was-
from Bristol with his
yeah.
little sportsman suit on, and
Why is it always a little sports?
I'm picturing an astronaut. I bet you look like an astronaut.
He goes
5'2".
Maybe that's why
They're
ABC
offering-
shut it down.
Right.
He's like, they're offering me like $47 to move to Bristol to work in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant.
Oh.
And we were
And he
like,
goes, I'm also dressed like an astronaut.
yeah.
So literally, you started looking at it, yeah. But you started right. That you were kind of like, this is not going to happen. Like, let's find
It's not
something.
gonna-
I had a couple of really cool jobs in between. So I have an old friend of mine, Michelle Beadle, who now is a very
Yes.
very successful.
She was
NBA.
up for what was the show called?
Live. It was like
I Village Live.
High
So
She was
that's
up
how
for
I
that,
met
too.
her. I met her like
No, you guys
no, I
each
knew her
other.
before. That's
you
right.
knew it, yeah.
So so I started looking at stuff, and
Yeah.
one of those things was iVillage Live.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, Michelle and I got paid a good amount of money to get up at 7 o'clock and be in a studio by 7:30 and record a 5-minute cell phone sportscast
It was
for
like the
Sprint.
world's first cell phone.
And then I got out by 8:15, and I could get back and have the kid with
Her
me.
name is
Lola.
Well, Lola, while
Right.
Kim went to work. So I
So I
basically
would meet
did.
him in the lobby of the apartment
A
building.
handoff.
Yeah, so every morning I did my job for 85 minutes, and then I took care of the kid for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah.
And then that kind of all ran out, and
That ran out, meaning they no longer.
they realized that no one was going to watch a Sprint sportscast.
Now it's a big, but it was like literally 10 years before it's time.
Look, we'll get into
Yeah.
Raleigh.
Okay,
All right, I'm
sorry.
jumping ahead. We'll get
I
into
know,
Raleigh.
we
Do you
gotta-
guys
yeah.
miss New York?
Yes,
But we go there all the time.
we do.
So like we're
But
going
But don't
in like
you
a couple
agree?
of
Don't
weeks.
you agree? You would like I don't know about you guys because Jake and I, you guys know this, but the audience may not be. If Jake and I met and lived in New York first too when we were married, you would have to pay me
Oh my God.
$7 squazillion a day to live there still with a kid, with even one kid, let alone three or two.
I feel like if you have the money, it's the best city in the world to raise a kid because there's the museums, the culture, the
It's so
diversity.
great. Yes, fine.
But you have to have a squad.
You have to have a squad-
And,
yes.
and so that schools aren't an issue, and then
Right.
So
and waiting for a cab's not an issue,
Yeah.
and carrying your stroller up's not an
Well,
issue. And
yeah, I bet.
Cabs.
that's what I'm saying.
Sweetie.
You have to have exactly. You
But
have to have like
I
a driver.
love New York. But for the, this did not have squazillions.
Right.
So, but we do go.
We still do not have squazillions.
Still do
Hey,
not.
Penn,
Hey,
talk
Penn.
into the mic, buddy.
Sometimes it's funny to have a side
that's true.
comment like this.
Hey, don't mess with content creators.
Don't mind the background voice.
They
That's
know.
still Penn.
They got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I missed
Oh,
it. Yes.
yes, you do miss it. But all right, and again, we'll still get to it. Right now, I need quick reaction.
Okay.
New York or LA?
LA.
Penn,
You
you
I
knew
need a
that.
beach.
You knew that.
I mean, sort of, but New York is so great.
It is great.
No, but
it
Jake,
has-
you knew
but
that.
I grew up in Florida, and I need
Water. And warm water.
And warm.
Hudson
temperature.
River.
Speaking of places where you need $7 squazillion,
I know.
Manhattan Beach is more expensive to live in than New York, and a lot of my friends have moved there, and so we visit.
Manhattan
and
Beach?
Yeah, do you guys have a place where you visit where like you're with your friends and you're just like, oh?
Yeah, it's called Raleigh, your house.
Truly. Yeah, we like those visits. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
yes,
I mean,
of course.
And my buddies, like my friends from college, and it's like
you got great college buddies.
But they're in finance and make a squazillion.
Squazillions dollars.
Yeah, and no, it's and it's like the grass is always green
Part
to
four.
some extent, right? It's like it's always fun to play what if to some extent.
Right.
Okay, but you were in Raleigh.
No,
and
so New York to Raleigh. Right.
Yeah, so to your go ahead.
No, get it.
Oh well, so again, for people who give us the abbreviated version, I guess, if that's what we're doing, of like the Christmas jammies, like where you so. Penn took. I'll give you the abbreviated version here. Penn took a job. I can't trust the Holderness.
No, yeah, go for it. Go for it. I kind of like it that you're doing this.
Yeah.
So all of your companies decided to shutter, and you were like, "Where are we gonna go? Dart, Raleigh, bye."
No, Penn is
I'm from
Penn's
Durham.
from Durham. He went
Yeah.
to Jordan High School in Durham, so he got the job as a sports director down there. Kim had just had Lola. It was like peace, perfect. They took that job, and you worked there for how long were you at NBC? in Raleigh?
7 years.
7? Wow.
Yeah.
So we were both there for 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so there for 7 years.
You had a good run there.
Maybe
Penn
I was
has-
6.
Penn
You
has-
were 7, I was 6, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, whatever, close enough. No, you had to be longer because you started first. Whatever.
No, we started
you're right.
within like a day.
No,
of
you're
each
right.
other.
You're right. So,
This is really interesting.
but Penn you have always been. You are so far behind that mic for me right now. I know I can't see you. Penn is like you are always the guy who creative video isn't even the way to say it. Like if the ACC or NCAA said you can't use highlights, Penn literally brought in Lola's dolls. Do you remember this? Penn
I do.
brought in Lola's dolls and stuffed animals.
My favorite part was there was one that was apparently like rare, and Penn like dunked it as Tyler
Right.
Hansborough. And the guy was like, "If you could just be careful,
No.
that's a limited edition."
I'm so glad you said that. So that was John, our director. He goes,
Yes.
He goes, dude, that's really expensive.
And he left it in the edit.
Pulled it up.
He
full
left it in the
volume
edit.
into the highlight.
Yes, well, you would do stuff. that
Tom.
we
It
were-
was Tom. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, Tom, who's in Denver now?
Yeah, it was Tom,
with
yeah.
Katie and Scott.
Yeah.
So anyway, Penn would.
Watching.
I know. Hi, Katie and Scott. Row rig.
Row rig.
The road rigs. So Penn would do these like creative things, and it was just like you would do what was it called? I'm blanking. Pint-sized sports.
Yeah. Mhm.
All these awesome video things. We were just like he just puts together phenomenal things, and then Christmas jammies hit.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. So pint size, did that like as you started rolling those out? Meanwhile, Kim, you were hustling, starting a company, Green Room.
Oh, right.
And,
You had done-
yeah,
yeah.
you were getting that propped up. When you were doing pint size and you'd see those hit, and this was kind of like pre-social web, or like at the at the front end, were you like, this could be a thing?
Not at all.
Oh,
We were not. We have no idea. We had no idea.
Okay.
But you had always wanted to.
No, we took Pint Size Sports to a production
That's
company
right.
in New York that wanted to try to turn it into a long form TV.
early on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pint-sized
Wow.
sports, for anyone who is not familiar, Penn used to like narrate hilarious kid games, and he would do it like it was NFL highlights, but it wasn't just the kids games.
I mean, what we learned was that it's great for a regional market. It is because it's like people who know people who know people who know people who are in that, and the storytelling is good, but on a national level, which is what you have to be in order to succeed in the digital space. You can't just be good in like a region. Like in the national level, it didn't do well. It just like it didn't test well. The agents didn't like it. They took it to networks. I mean, also networks are the biggest cookie cutter people,
Right.
And we
They
can
have to be
all
safe,
talk
right.
about this because we've all been part of pilots
Yeah.
and like projects
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yeah.
that.
Ours have worked out really well.
Obviously.
I mean,
Your
just
hair
like-
is too large.
We
sir.
had we had a production company, and you guys had Vani on before. We put something together for her. We put something
The
together.
Food Babe.
Yep,
Man, that was early.
We did
Yeah.
a travel cooking show. We did Pint Size Sports. We pitched all of these because while we were doing local news, Kim and I were really interested in doing our own content.
Yeah.
But it was not working in the relationship with networks. So Kim started a production company with our friend Sharon, and we started getting a little bit of momentum. Am I talking too much?
No, and that's what I want to hear from you.
So,
Like Kim, did you start kind of like, kind of noodling Penn, like, hey, this could be something.
She did. I wouldn't have quit if it wasn't for her.
But I remember Kim saying, when before we even had kids, so Lola had to be like 6 months old. So and I remember saying to you on a walk, Kim and I used to go for walks around Shelley Lake, and being like, so what's like the end game? Like what? And you were like, I mean, in an ideal world, Penn and I would like to start a production company. And I was like, oh wow, and that's. Yeah. Like this was before you had even.
And I didn't even know what that. I don't even know what that looked like.
Right.
I know I just wanted to make my own stuff.
Right.
And so he never. So when he was working as a news anchor, he never saw our kids. It was kind of a terrible schedule. So I said,
because you were mornings and
then evenings.
Both are terrible.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And then.
Oh, I know.
But you handle it way better.
Oh, hi. We're on my work Facebook page right now, you guys. So it's great.
No, but honestly, I would say now that your kids are that age, mornings is better than evenings.
Totally, because
evenings is
mornings,
a dumpster fire.
No, you're
right. Fair. I mean, you love your gig, but 1:57, you never get used to that.
Yeah.
It's always
it's a sucky way.
Is that what it is? So just so everybody knows, when you set your alarm clock in the morning, it's never like 2 o'clock. It's always the latest possible moment that you can get away with it, which is why mine was 3. I pushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, mine was 3.
Well, he lived close to the station,
and
he's a dude.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Oh no, wait, that's another episode.
But mine was 3:14.
Yeah.
Because 3:15 was too late.
Right. Too late. Yeah.
And so 1:50 that kind of relates to that when you say 1:57.
I know. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
All right. So production company.
Company, and then I was like, Penn, I can't promise you'll make money. But you should, we need a photographer, we need an editor, you should just quit your job. We'll
and you're a risk taker.
Yeah.
Seriously, pull back the curtain. The whole entrepreneurial jump off cliff. It's easy to write that on a board or read, are you guys freaking out? What,
we had 1 month runway in savings.
Wow, that's what I want to hear. Yeah.
So we had no money in savings. We had 2 kids. But we were
little at that.
This is when Christmas Jammies hit? Is that what
right before Christmas Jammies. And we had just hoped that video would regionally, let people know, our friends would share it, hey, he's quit his job, we're doing this full time, we're made the jump. I'm actually a very risk averse person, but something,
that's crazy.
You just had it though.
It's
you had it, right?
That was why I listened to her.
And are you wing it guy? Or?
Usually, yeah. Okay. But not when it comes to this was benefits and a stable job, and they actually offered me a new a 3-year contract that was more money. And it was.
I was gonna say you were the dude.
I was
the
evening news anchor.
You're the example I always use when Penn was our evening main anchor, and whenever anybody in TV now says oh, I'm gonna play I'm gonna leave and go to another market and see if they try to keep it, and I go, they will not.
Yeah,
you're not worth it. I always say, if our station didn't try to keep Penn Holderness, they will not try to keep and it's true. This is the day and age of TV jobs where an individual is not worth it. You just can't. If they didn't keep Penn to where they need to. Jake's burping. Sorry.
Actually, she was trying to say something really awesome about me. What are you doing, dude?
But I do though, Penn. I always think of you. I'm you just have to decide where you want to be and what you want to do, and accept the contract. Salary. I know, and Kim was
wow, from a conservative, risk-averse person.
I'm a very risk-averse person.
She had a totally irrational amount of faith.
I did, and it was I remember, it's a very Oprah thing. When you know, you know, and I just knew that this is what we were supposed to do.
Was it a video that you had produced or done, or a speech you gave? It was a gut. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest too. Let's keep it real.
We were building clients.
Christmas Jam. I was gonna say Christmas Jammies blew up to the point that it's if we don't do this now, we're this is the thing. This is gonna.
He already left.
No, we were talking about. Christmas Jammies was produced while I was still at the TV station.
Yeah.
We had built enough clients in a lot of them were Charlotte-based real estate and some other
right.
Because originally the idea was to be production people for other people's videos, and then Christmas. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we put that video together, and I was Kim was keeping an eye on it. She was let's do this. It's she really wanted to make it good, and we got done with it, and we're this is really funny. And then so we posted it, and then the next day, Jake and I got a vasectomy.
Yep. True story.
Together, and filmed it. You guys filmed our vasectomy.
Oh, I remember.
That video, at some point, that video...
I still got it in one of my hard drives.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, we were, hopped up on Valiant.
I remember this, and you guys got Good Morning America either called or texted
We're
during
sitting
Fast
on
and the Furious
couch
4.
watching Fast and the Furious because that's what we did after the vasectomy.
That's right.
And
So we actually wrote this song saying he got a vasectomy and he hadn't actually had the vasectomy. He was getting it the next
I remember
We
year.
knew
this,
it was
right?
I
gonna
do remember
happen.
that, yeah. I remember you walking into the
Inside
room.
info.
Inside of hashtag inside. Okay, sorry. So where were so
No, that, I mean, that.
But we were there. You were there.
No, we were
like,
sitting
what
all
the
on the table. I
heck is
remember
going
Mark
on?
Armstrong, who didn't even get a vasectomy. He was with us.
A vasectomy?
vasectomy.
That is a
Mansectomy.
that's when you have.
Mark had a
Did you say
vasectomy.
mastectomy?
If Mark
Mansectomy.
Armstrong was
Okay,
a
sorry.
vasectomy, okay, and we had a reporter from the Raleigh NNO there,
Yep.
and I remember
Yeah, my Good Morning America just called
I tell
us.
this story like you go, I've got to take this. I've got to take this, and you walked out of the room,
Him.
and you came back and you sat down. You're like, this might be a thing.
I know.
I don't know if you said that like verbatim,
No,
but
I
like
was like, but they want to run our video, and then they ran it again. They ran it like on a Saturday, and then they ran it again on a Monday.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
The rest is history.
Honestly, that changed our lives.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So for people unfamiliar too, and again, Penn, abridged version. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Penn. Cough.
This is your first 4-hour podcast.
No, I love it. Oh God, I'm having a
We're
blast.
good. We're
I don't
good,
know how the
guys.
audience
Yeah.
is, but I'm loving this. Yeah. So wait. So between will you kind of walk people? Yeah. No. We're getting the Holderness.
Guys, we're down to
That's
7. We're down to 7 viewers, so you're doing great. Go ahead.
Are we really down to 7?
No, stop. So walk people like Kim. You and I were talking about this earlier. Kind of let people know sort of what the like behind making the sausage, how you guys do your business now.
So we have our production company actually merged with this amazing web design company. So now that's Walk West.
Mm-hmm.
So you should look that up.
Oh,
Yeah.
plug.
Green room into Walk West.
Green room.
Www.com.
Yeah, Green Room.
I stepped on that. Sorry, say it again.
www. No one says
Oh
www.
no.
World Wide Web. Dot. I just walked
Okay,
it
I'll
again.
be
Yeah, Walk West. Good night.
Hey.
Google, you'll find it.
/www.walkwest.com.
There you go.
So our main job is now. I mean, for the first 2 years we worked at Green Room, and then now, or in the last year, our main job has been making goofy, silly family videos. And we earned some, not a lot, money off of the monetization off of YouTube, like those ads you see.
I bet you that is a question. It's a question I have that a lot of people have.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, how do you make the money?
So, and then we pick very carefully, and we are very selective brands who we want to work with. So
So we know who the ads are coming from
Yeah.
instead of just like anybody putting an ad out there.
So
Wait, what do you mean?
No,
when you're doing a YouTube ad, you get a micro profit from whoever's doing it, and you have no control over who's in those ads. So we could be doing a video, and right before it could be something for beep, and then you're don't really want to be part of that.
The pre-roll or whatever.
Yeah,
like
pre-roll.
that.
What he said
But
was
that's a whole-
Jake and Paige podcast.
but that's all. So we Target has been a great partner for us. We did last year Samsung, Chase, and so we do campaigns with them where we'll do a video on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and then they'll post stuff on their properties. And we're paid for those. Those are sponsored, but those are brands.
And you're open about that.
No, absolutely. We disclose everything. But also because I want people to know, like, we've researched these people. The Samsung TVs, they were the TVs we had in our house already. Chase,
Right.
we Chase. Like, Target, I'm there every day.
Every day.
So we are very selective, and I think that, but that is how we pay the bills.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question as like content creators, right? So in your past life, you mentioned Vonnie, perfect example. So like right after you, Charlotte native, after you jumped off the cliff, so to speak, you guys were in our house. We were with Vonnie. You're producing it behind the scenes. Now you're producing your own stuff. You are the talent. Right. Do you miss that part?
I do. I like the behind the scenes stuff. I like to not put on makeup. But I enjoy the camera stuff too.
I just told Kim a couple of days ago, like our video that's coming out on Monday, which could be last Monday or 2 Mondays ago. When is this? When is this going?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
2019.
Whenever this comes out.
2019.
It's live right now.
Was the first music video we did where I had absolutely nothing
not in it.
to do with
Oh,
it.
wow.
It's,
Wow.
So
It's Lola.
Lola, it's like Lola doing a solo bit, and Kim's in it, and Penn Charles is in it.
Those, so don't worry.
So excited.
But no, I had Kim kept calling it my passion project because like I was sitting back there, like, someone like knitting a really nice sweater
and
for
almost
their
like
granddad.
Like a protective dad. He's like, I want her to be like proud of it.
So let me ask you guys this, because and we've talked about this a little bit.
Perfect segue. I was going there too.
I don't know if we're on the same page. Let's keep it real. You guys obviously get a lot of positive feedback, and as your friends, like there's some people that you're friendly with that you're like, yeah, no, they're great, but like they're a little whatever. Like you guys are wonderful people, and
not where I was going.
No. I'm not.
No.
You're actually
it is where she's going.
In addition to being amazing friends, and you get a lot of encouragement, obviously from fans who say, "I love you, I love your family, you guys are great, we watch you." However, not everyone on the internet is great. There are a lot of a-holes out there.
The breaking news, guys. Not everybody on the internet is nice.
It's not always encouraging.
Get out of here. I just scrolled past the guy who said this was the worst podcast he's ever listened to. Are you serious?
Yeah, Mike, whatever the other guy was. So, seriously, we talk a little bit about some of the honestly, who cares about the negative feedback, because people are a-holes on the web, but legit concerns you guys have or have had about what you are doing now as a family for your, income and living, and how that affects your family and your kids, maybe.
Well, we probably both.
At the end, you hit my question.
This.
Yeah.
So
I know, that's what I mean.
Think Lola wanted to start a Musical.ly account. She's 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I had a very long talk with her about, listen, you're gonna put. It takes so much guts to create anything. This podcast, that painting. It takes so much guts to create something and hang it up for people to see, because you're opening yourself up to judgment. Mm-hmm. You're going to create a Musical.ly. It's this 15-second bit, and there are people that are not going to like it, and they're going to say really mean things. They don't. And she was so confident about it. I'm like, it hasn't happened yet, but somebody's going to say something terrible, and you just have to promise me we can talk about it, because it stings. We make it it's just part of our. How we work is that we try our best to reply to every or most comments, if not every comment.
Personally, you guys do?
Yeah. We try.
Yeah.
We try. Yeah. And some of them are like, oh, okay, dude, you're obviously one of those people. And I don't give it a second thought, honestly. I feel like in the beginning it used to, but right now it doesn't even like get my pulse.
Right.
I'm like, I feel kind of...
sorry for the it's like,
because even if I don't like a song that's being played, that person took time to create it and put the energy and put it out there. To me, it takes such guts to do that. That then when people come to criticize it, I have a problem with that. But that being said,
you're a comment reader. I mean, I remember early on, it's still the case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who advise you don't.
Right, I know, I remember that.
But then that's just TV.
Authenticity, though.
Yeah,
that's why. That's why I like it.
That's if you might as well. That's one way. So it's digital. It's YouTube. It's Facebook. So that's the beauty of it, is you can reply, and we take criticism. People will say, and people who watch all the time be like, you know what? Not your best stuff. I'm like, you know what? You were totally right.
You're like, fair enough. Yeah. So for you as adults, though, that's easy enough to hear. When it comes to your kids,
yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, let's start with this. There usually isn't a lot of vitriol directed at our children.
Okay.
It's very, very.
But as you, but more so, not directly to the kids. I'm not talking about Chelsea Clinton kind of stuff. I'm talking about to you as parents, and I want to address this in terms of
like overexposure. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that. Like, we get that question asked very frequently.
Yeah.
And I always start with this, and I still believe it. I am terrified that I'm going to screw my kids up.
I remember he said that. You said you were on a panel.
I think about it every single day of my life. I'm worried that I'm going to screw up my kids, and I don't know anybody who isn't worried about that.
I mean, aren't we all kind of scared?
I was going to say, I put Cal in an Instagram story, and I've got 2 followers. I'm like, I don't know. Like, should I?
No, I think you both make exactly the perfect point. It's like. Everyone's concerned.
It is possible that I'm screwing my kids up right now. I'm going to admit that to everybody. Here's the one thing that I know. So I'm worried about that. The one thing that I know is I'm around my kids a lot more because of what I'm doing.
He drops them off at school, picks them up from school.
There is no other job that I could do that gives me as much contact and exposure with my kids right now. Mm-hmm. And so I'm hoping that that's more important than the fact that, like, every once in a while when we walk through a mall, like, someone goes, ah! blah, or wah, or blah, like has like a reaction.
Wow,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Or hang on, or
Right. Yeah.
or sometimes people walk by and just go, "Hey, Penn, I know you. What's up, man?" Right, so like that happens sometimes too. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Penn.
So, but like, I mean, just so you know, like, I'm not gonna say like we're doing the greatest job possible. We're doing the best we can, and
And the minute our kids say
Stop
they
it.
want to do, and they have like there'll be videos where you don't see one of them, and it's a little more.
That's 'cause
rare.
they don't feel like
they
it.
don't feel like it. They want to like sit up in their room, and I'm okay. And we were on a shoot for some product or brand, and there was like a producer there, and they started offering them. The kids were done for the day. And it'd been like a half hour, and the kids after a half hour done. The producer started out offering them cookies. I was like, no. Like, we do not bribe.
Well, we totally would have been like, you guys can have cookies.
No, but like that is not like I would have given them cookies for a dessert,
Right.
Like you did it, but it's not going to be a payment,
Right.
for participating in something that your parents want to do.
Yeah.
So we are very aware of that. That being said, I feel like the video space has brought out Lola is more like me. She's more like an introvert, and has brought out her personality a lot.
I can vouch for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so honestly, she's more comfortable with she's like vlogs.
it's been a good way for her to meet people too.
Yeah.
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 So we could by the time this podcast comes out, we could no longer have a YouTube channel because our kids have decided they don't want to do it. But
They'll just be Penn and Kim.
and so,
God, that sounds terrible.
It's Penn and Kim. All right, so we're like veering into like super serious. Let's pull it back.
okay, pull it back.
Oh.
What's
But that was
next?
good. I'm glad we addressed that.
I
Yeah,
am
what
too.
are the big things on the
What's
horizon?
next? You just did a board game. More products coming? Like
Family-
coasters? Family Showdown coasters?
So we're gonna.
By the way, you have a coaster.
I've been
Oh,
using
here,
it.
Pat.
Oh, sorry, Penn.
Oh, yeah.
Here you
I'm
go.
sorry. I didn't know you were worried about the wood
your-
veneer.
Yeah.
He is
What-
not a
finish?
coaster user, so it's really shocking.
Oh, that's ironic.
Oh,
So
inside
our board game, Family Showdown,
Mm-hmm.
made, I think, we did a Kickstarter campaign, and I think we only lost,
$100.
I know, so which is,
Come on. It was
Really?
like a break even?
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That's
I-
hard,
we're
man.
like
honestly,
thrilled.
That's
I
hard,
think
yeah.
honestly, we're like negative $740.
We also haven't paid our buddy Scott who helped us do it a dime,
Sure.
so we probably
Scott
should have
Roerick?
paid him. No,
No.
Ringo.
Bingo.
Scott Roerick?
Scott Wingo, I'm sure he's great.
Michelle
too.
Dockery?
Scott Wingo's really great.
Yeah.
He helped
He's
you with that.
legit.
Who was the other
Yeah.
Michelle?
Donnelly.
Michelle Donnelly?
Shout out to Michelle Donnelly. Yeah.
Wow, this is the worst idea for a podcast ever.
What?
Or
Oh.
people that know each other so well.
I know.
Oh, got
No,
it.
I know. It's like a lot
Wow.
of inside jokes.
I'm actually only going to crop that first part out, though.
Yeah.
It's like, Kim Holderness says this is the worst
This
idea
is
for a
Kim's
podcast ever.
feedback.
Hey,
We
can-
thought she was nice on the next episode.
I have an idea. Can we spend like a minute just talking to each other in only inside jokes and see how
No.
bad?
No, absolutely not. No.
Terrible.
Terrible idea.
Terrible.
All right, board game. What's next, though? You just started a new, the YouTube channel. I mean, are you focusing more on
I'm still laughing at that. Go ahead.
more on that? Like, are you trying to, are
I
more
would like
music
to-
videos, more parodies?
I think I would like to concentrate on the board game product stuff because I don't do the music and building that YouTube channel.
But you're the brains behind much of the social media.
Social
right?
piece,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Penn is. Give us the breakdown too, because people might wonder who does what.
What I
I
say to
stay
Penn,
in
you
a-
can't be good at everything.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I
Yeah.
stay in a dungeon and write music.
Yeah.
And-
And edit.
And edit. And I create.
a little
ideas.
bit.
Oh, do
And
you?
she edits a little bit. Kim does all the social posts. She manages kind of like where things go on each platform because there's multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Also in the videos, nobody watches me. They look at Kim.
Oh, stop.
And
Stop.
and
That's what they say about the left side of my face, these podcasts.
Kim's also the brains behind. In all seriousness, Kim Holderness has a wealth of knowledge in terms of how you probably kind of do a little bit too, but she knows like here's where Facebook is.
No,
going,
I
here's
suck
where
at that. She's
Instagram
way
is.
better at that than I am.
But also business too. I gotta say, when we moved to Charlotte and I would come back on business, I would often just
Pick Kim's
crash.
brain.
No, just yes. Also that crash at your house
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
like basement monster. That's what
Yeah.
Lola I think called me. Not sketchy at all. But I remember come up and just be like, you know what, Dino She's
knows
not
her
just
stuff.
Chardonnay on the weekends.
Yeah.
No, I was always impressed. Like, gosh, super impressed on the business side. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
Seriously.
You guys make a good team.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You guys
Wanna
are
get out of here?
You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to be okay.
You guys want to play catchphrase?
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay.
I thought, honestly, I thought that was all we were gonna do. In
I
here.
know. Well,
Yeah.
sorry. Surprise. Okay, so we have played a game or two of catchphrase with these
Yes.
folks.
Yeah. In fact, there's a hole in the back.
Hey, God,
I
Jake always
actu-
has to point this out.
Yeah.
It's probably happened at your house.
I haven't played catchphrase, I think, since the last time we played catchphrase.
Dino, come on, you got this.
Penn, you remember how to play catchphrase? We always win.
Oh, shut
Wait, is it me? Am I on your team?
We're doing a circle.
Boys v.
Pass
girls,
around.
Penn.
Boys v. girls.
Okay, a little inside scoop also. Penn always tries to make nice with the opposing team, and Kim shuts him down real quick.
Hang on.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Go ahead.
What are you
Nope,
doing?
go ahead.
Oh, God.
Fine.
Go ahead.
No, it's like a tiny amount.
Okay, so, why don't you well, no, girls won last time, right?
Yes, actually.
So we end things. Wait, real quick before we do this, because this is always a favorite question, and I don't know what you guys will say, honestly.
Right now the audience is like,
Do you
No, we're
have
fine, we're fine.
Do you have an argument? Like, what's the one thing that you guys argue about, and or the last thing you argued about? Before we go into catchphrase, to get you real fired up ahead of time.
I think the most
Yeah, you're consistent.
the
argument.
most consistent argument is, I think, what every couple fights about, which is money and what to do with it.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
when you don't have it, what to do with it, and where to put it if you do. Like, that's, I think, is the.
That's like a serious topic.
go to the
though, right?
mattress.
Also, you fight about, like, Penn interrupts a lot.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I tell you
What are you
we fight
talking about?
We fight about naps. We fight about naps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Penn is very. He encourages my naps. He's good like that.
Yes.
But we do
Alright.
fight about him. We don't fight, but I get on him. But he interrupts a lot. But he's been really good this time.
Yes.
I don't know.
I have to try really.
He's a good receiver.
I'm an active listener too, man. I got
I am
you
a
back.
good receiver.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Okay, Penn, say when.
When?
Ooh, food.